Video, and I'll be showing you how to do your trade settings on RoyalQ. Okay, so there are two ways to do your trade settings on RoyalQ. This video will show you how to the first way of doing it, and then the next video I'll show you the second way of doing your trade settings. Okay, now this is the home page of your RoyalQ app, and then the first thing I'd like you to do to get familiar with the platform is just play around with everything, check out the features, what everything means, so that you have an idea. And then most importantly, you want to click on the user guide here. Okay, over here, the user guide and the quantitative course. Okay, so you just want to click on it, go through it, and have a little bit of an understanding of some functions here. It will do you a lot of good. Okay, good. So now let's talk about the first settings for your RoyalQ. How do you do the AI settings? Now, the first one is called the quantitative settings. It's called the quantitative trading. So you want to click on quantitative here. At the bottom part of your screen, beside the home button, you will see quantitative. You want to click on quantitative. Now, what does this entails? This is you actually picking a particular pair to trade by yourself. Now, for quantitative settings, it requires a bit of manual settings before it is fully automated. So you'll be in charge of picking the trades, picking the coins to trade. So you pick a coin and then you do the settings, and then the robot takes that settings and then starts trading it. Okay, it's that simple. So what are you looking out for? How do you pick a coin to trade? What settings do you need to do? So that's what I'll be showing you in this particular video. Now you must understand that the whole essence of quantitative is to buy a particular coin in anticipation that that coin will increase in price. I'll take it again. The whole idea of quantitative is to buy a particular coin pair in anticipation that the price will increase. So we want to buy at a low point, and then we want it to increase to a certain level. Once it increases to a certain level, you want to close that trade in profit. Okay, so that's the whole idea. So when it comes to quantitative here, okay, you see all the pairs available on your exchange. So I'm on Binance right now. You can see these are the pairs available. Now, the best way to go about this and get the best results is to buy the dip. The best way to use this to get results is to buy the dip. Now, when we talk about the dip, what am I talking about? You want to buy pairs that have decreased in price. You want to buy pairs that have decreased in price. That means there's a dip, it has gone down. Okay, and then what should you look out for? You want to look out for this area. You see on every pair, you see this increase area. Okay, you see it. You want to look out for the one that has the negative. You can see this particular one is minus 2.63. Okay, now you want to look for ones that are quite deeper, maybe starting from 3 or 4. Okay, so let's scroll. Good. So this guy, as you can see, has gone 4.93%. It has dipped. You can see it's dipping 5% right now. And then we know that whatever goes down, okay, surely at a point in time is going to go back up. All right. So we want to buy the dip. Okay, let's check it out on that one. Okay, you can see this is 5%. Okay, that's 5%. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. Okay, there are other ones as well. So let's just, we can see 2%, and then most of them are in profit right now. Okay, good. So you want to look for ones that are like 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%. If you see one that is 10%, you know, better still, better. Okay, so the first one to do is to pick one that has a low drawdown, low dip, okay, or high dip. You can see, so this is 5%. So you want to click on this, and then what we want to do, we want to do our trade settings to buy this particular coin. Okay, so what do you do when you click on it? You want to click on trade settings, right? So when you do that, you'll be taken to this particular page, and then I'm going to explain everything carefully so that you get the full picture. Okay, now here it said first buying amount. Now, before I go further, the settings that you do on this page has to be respect to your trading capital. Okay, I have right now on this particular account, let me just go back a bit. You can see I have $316 on this particular account. Okay, so somebody that has like $1,000 or $10,000 would use a different parameter, which I'll explain. Okay, someone that has a lesser account as well would do something different. Okay, so let's click on it, the one that has a 5% drawdown, because we want to buy the dip, right? So once you click on it, you want to click on trade settings. Click on trade settings. Trade settings is below here. Okay, this is trade settings here. So you want to click on this, all right? And then you'll be here. Now, your first buying amount is the amount of that coin that you want to buy. So that's your first position. So based on your account size, you would put in your first buying amount. Now, the minimum that anybody can use is $10. Okay, so let's just start with $10. I'll explain shortly the one that you should use based on your account size. Now, open position doubled, I don't recommend that you activate it, leave it as off. Okay, now margin call limit, this next one talks about areas where you want to buy the market when the market keeps going in a dip. Now, because the market is in a dip, does not mean that automatically it is going to start going up. Okay, it is in a dip, it can keep going deeper. Okay, it can keep going down. So at different percentages where it goes down, okay, you want to keep buying it in anticipation that it will go up. You want to keep stacking positions in the market as the market goes deeper. Okay, so that's the function of the margin call limit. So the margin call limit talks about at different intervals. So how many times do you want to buy the dip? So by default, it is 7 times. Okay, but I'll tell you, I'll recommend that you change this to 3 times, and then we'll do the settings. Okay, this is my own setting for quantitative, and I recommend it. Okay, so as you understand the strategy, you can choose to do 4 times or 7 times or 10 times, depending on how you understand the whole strategy. But I recommend that you start with 3. So your margin call limit is 3 times. So you only be entered into the market 3 times as the market keeps going in a dip. Okay, and then we'll do the settings for those dips shortly. Now, the next one is the whole position take profit ratio. So when you are entered into the market, at what point should you be taken out of the trade in profit? By default, it is 1.3. That means when the market moves from your entry price or your average price, once it moves 1.3% in profit, okay, that means you want to take profit. So that's a take profit level. Okay, for this one, whole position take profit callback, you want to change it from 0.3 to 0.1. Right, now let's now do our margin configuration. So you click on margin configuration. Good. So now we have 3 margin call levels. Remember, we changed it from 7 to 3. Now it is at 3. Okay. So what this is saying is that, so this is saying first call, margin call drop, first call. So when the market drops by 3.5% from the average price, the next column says multiple buy-in ratio. So when the market drops, so after you've entered the market, remember your first buy entry. Here, remember your first buying amount. You were entered into the market. This is your first position in the market. Okay. Now, your margin configuration says that first call, when the market drops by 3.5%, when it goes deep by 3.5%, okay, you want to buy the dip so that you have more position, so that you can recover and make a profit faster. Okay, now for the first call on the margin call, I recommend that you use 1. Okay, 1 times. So that means this 1 time, the market will put you into the market another position. So you'll be put in the market another $10 because your first buying amount is $10. So for this first call, okay, if you put it at 1 times, now you'll be put another $10 in the market. So at the point where the market dropped by 3.5%, you buy another position worth $10 in the market. So that means you have 2 positions running now in the market, which will help you maximize your profit. Okay. Now, the second call here, when the market drops by a further 4% from the average price. So after the market has dropped on the first call, you said 3.5%. Second call talks about if the market drops a further 4%, if it goes deep again by another 4%, you want to buy that dip. Okay, so this talks about how many positions do you want to enter in the market when that dip happens. I recommend that you use 3 times because you want to recover faster and then maximize profit. Now, the good thing about buying dips is that you will make a lot more profit because now you have multiple positions in the market. Now, at this particular level, you are entered into the market 3 times. So that is $10 times 3. So you have 3 positions in the market right now. So 3 positions over here plus 1 position over here plus your entry position. So that means you have a total of 5 positions now in the market. $50 position in the market. So there is no way your profit will not be maximized when it goes in profit. Remember, it's just 1.3% profit. Okay, and then with the way this particular system works, when there's huge momentum in the market, there are times that you make profit even more than that 1.3%. If there's high momentum and then the market, shoots up by like 10%, okay, you will make this kind of profit. So buying the dip, you have a lot of positions in the market. Okay, it is also a potential for maximum profit. Now, for the third call over here, when the market moves a further 4% dip, when it goes another 4% dip, you also want to buy the dip. Okay, over here, I recommend that you change it to 6. So you'll be entered into the market 6 more times at this particular dip. Okay, so now you have a total of total of 6 positions, okay, on the third call, your second call 3 positions, and then the first call 1 position, and then plus your first ever entry 1. So that's 6 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1. So that means you have a total of 11 positions in the market at this point, at the third call. So 11 positions in the market plus times 10, which is your buying amount. So that's $110, okay, for you to be able to get to this margin call level. Okay, so in order for you to use up all of your margin, you need $110. Okay, so for me right now on this particular account that I have $300, 300 over $300. Okay, I can choose. So you can confirm. For me now, I can choose to use $30 for my first buying amount, because my capital can carry it. If the market goes this deep, my capital can carry it. Okay, for somebody that has like $500, you can use like $50 because its capital can carry it. For somebody that has, let's say, $1,000, you can use like $100. Okay, because its capital can carry it. Okay, so 100 times 11 positions, that's 100. So you must have like $1,100. All right, so that is a simple concept of the margin call. Okay, so I'm gonna put in 10 here. Okay, so you've done the margin configuration. This is the settings that I recommend. Okay, beautiful settings: 1, 3, 6, and then you click on confirm. Once you're done, okay, margin call limit 3 times, whole position to profit 1.3, whole position to profit callback is 0.1. Then leave this buying callback as 0.5. Okay, so once you are done with all of this, you want to click on save. So let's just save it. Okay, so once you save it, you'll be taken back to this screen. Now, the next thing that I will talk about is just one particular concept here. This area. Okay, you see this area, one shot. Now, there are 2 options here. So one shot talks about when you enter the trade and then the trade starts and then the trade hits take profit. Okay, you want to be taken out of that trade immediately. That is one shot. So if you activate one shot, okay, it will show here. It will show here one shot. Okay. Now, the second option is cycle. For cycle, that means when you start the trade and then your trade hit take profit, and then that position is closed, a new position will be opened almost immediately, okay, for a continuation of that upward movement. So a cycle, remember, cycle means something that is ongoing. So if you activate the cycle, that means when this trade hits take profits, another position will be opened almost immediately, and then it keeps going up and then keeps buying the dip. Okay, so whichever one you choose to go with is fine. Okay, but personally, I like to do one shot when I'm doing this. Or if you're someone that does your analysis and then you see a great potential for growth on any particular coin, you can choose to use cycle, but you also need to monitor it to know when to remove the cycle. Okay, so when you are done with all of that, you only need to click on the start button. Okay, don't worry, you have done all of these settings. Okay, you have done pardon me. Okay, you have done all of these settings from your configuration. Okay, don't worry about all of these ones anymore. Okay, so the only thing you need to do, you have done it. Once you do that, you want to click on start. Click on start, then you click on confirm, right? And then you are good to go. The trade is ongoing. Okay, trade is ongoing, and then you can see it reflects on your screen here. It's as simple as that. And when your traders start, okay, it will be deducted. Can you see my balance has been deducted? Okay, so that means $10 has been used to enter the position. All right, so do not panic when you see that your Binance balance is depleting. It's because an entry has been placed in the market. All right, so it is here. So, and of course, when a trade is showing red here, it is floating loss. It is floating loss. It is not real loss. You can see here, floating loss, floating loss. So right now, I'm in a drawdown, anticipating that price will go to the upside. All right, good. You can see it is showing blue now. That means price is in profit right now. So we are expecting an upward move. All right. So when the trade is complete, the money and the profits will go back into your Binance wallet. So if multiple positions are entered in the market, it will reflect on your Binance balance. There will be a deduction. So don't panic whenever you see that your Binance wallet, your Binance account, your USD Binance is depleting. It just means that position has been entered in the market for you to trade with. When that particular position is closed, okay, your money will go back to your USDT Binance, okay, plus the profit. So all you need to do right now is to be patient. When a trade is ongoing, okay, you only need to be patient. Don't panic. There are times that trades might last for over a day. It depends on the market condition. How fast your trade goes in profit depends on market condition. All right, so don't panic when trade is using 1 day or 2 days. Don't panic when trades keeps buying the dip. Okay, don't panic. Remember, it's floating loss, it's not real loss. When it keeps buying the dip, there's a greater potential for you to make more money. You make like times 3, you make like times 6. Okay, so it is patience. All right, I hope this video will help you out. If you have any questions, okay, reach out to me or reach out to the person that introduced you to RoyalQ for further explanation. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.